Hey guys, welcome back. BDCKR here, and we're back with our weekly recap of all things Injustice for the week of the 12th of December 2019. The current challenge is Darkside, not the good one, Darkside Prime. It's 1 week repeat, and the required characters are Cyborg, Catwoman, and Black Adam, available as Bronze, and Silver respectively, which is good. Like we always say, the challenge character is a great entry point for people starting out. His passive is Empower Minions. All bronze characters on Darkseid's team gain plus 300% health and damage. So he's got medium stats, 1050 on attack and 1200 on health. And based on our notes, it looks like he was a challenge as recently as March of this year. So way back when, before augmentations and before multiplayer online, when the maximum level was 40 and the maximum promotion was Elite 5, and anything past Bonus Battle 6 was just someone's imagination. Back then, Darkseid was a good starter card to help make getting through the offline battles easier. You could boost bronzes to the level of weak golds, and they had more of their stats in damage than health. And suddenly you've got a bunch of teams where you only need to use the energy recharge on one guy, Darkseid, and swap out different bronzes to keep on playing, which was great. And what made it even better, actually, was that he boosted damage and health equally, unlike normal promotions where health gets boosted faster than damage. So it loads up on the damage, which is what we like, makes the fights a little bit faster too. And even when multiplayer started, he was one of the high stat cards at the time, so that with a team of Darkseid, Shazam, and Godfall Superman, you could draw a few hundred, maybe even 1,000 defensive battles online. And with a really low win percentage, at best it was maybe 1 in 6 fights, he was still good enough for maybe 1 or 2 glorious seasons where we had more than 100 defensive wins, which was easy way to stay in the top 1%. So now he isn't even that great for multiplayer. The problem with him is his passive gets taken into account, and you'll need to keep him maybe Elite 2 or 3 to match up properly with your bronzes. I should probably look at the numbers, but maybe even a little bit higher if you break through your bronzes to level 60 Elite 10. So he's still a good card for offline play, not that great for online. Speaking of online, this week's multiplayer reward is Metahuman Flash. He's got a passive super speed. Upon special attack or super move activation, basic attacks temporarily triple in speed with a chance to be unblockable and do critical damage. He's got good medium-high stats, 1,200 damage, 1,200 attack, 1,200 health. He was available as recently as June of this year. And one comment is that it isn't so much that he triples in speed of his attacks. His attacks actually start at about the same speed, but instead of a regular attack, so for each regular basic attack, he's going to hit 3 times instead of just 1. The passive lasts longer the more power you use, so super speed lasts longer after a super, which lasts longer than after a special 2, which lasts longer than after a special 1, which is the shortest. And he can be really fun to play if you give him power gen gear and give him more of an unblockable chance, because he generates power a lot faster because of all the extra hits, 3 times as fast, and you can generate enough power before his passive runs out so that you can do another special and trigger his passive again. Hyperspeed plated suit is great for him because it's both power generation and an unblockable chance. I think the problem really is that the current meta favors specials way more than does a basic damage dealer. And his passive really makes him shine as a basic damage dealer who happens to get superpowered when he does special. So still fun to play, but not nearly as good as he used to be. In the store, we've got a lot of interesting things. We've got the Scorpion Classic Bundle for $27 Canadian. Not worth it. Remember, it's only 1 copy. It doesn't unlock in your store. And possibly a clue for next week's challenge, the same way the Darkside pack was a clue for this week's challenge. We've got a couple of character bundles. The Batman vs. Superman bundle for $20 Canadian. You get the Dawn of Justice Batman and Dawn of Justice Superman plus 2 gears. This pack is sort of interesting because Dawn of Justice Batman used to be a random drop in a special Dawn of Justice Gold pack, which never came back around, and which we probably won't see again, at least not for power credits. if the current trend of packs only for money continues, which it seems like it probably will. We had maybe one exception, I think, with the Arkham Knight pack, and that was it in the last year or so. So the gears are also interesting because they're the Dawn of Justice gears instead of the regular Superman and Batman gears. So some people might want that for completeness. They're interesting, but not really important gears. And, you know, at $20, it's almost worth it for one really hard to get character and a couple of very hard to get gears. There's another character bundle, the Suicide Squad, also for $20 Canadian. It has Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, Suicide Squad Joker, and you get 2 random out of 5 character-specific gear cards, or the Suicide Companion gears, but the more, I guess, legendary Suicide Companion gears are only 10% each, so you're more likely to get the character-specific gears, which isn't all that special. So they're a great combo, like a 2-part out of your 3-player team to play, since Harley Quinn, and we've got a video recently, maybe we'll link that in the description, where Harley Quinn can take advantage of Joker and do way more damage than she should be able to do based on her own stats on her special 2, if you have them on the same team and you pick the Joker card during her special 2. There's also a couple more cash packs. There's a Christmas pack 2, which is for $25 Canadian. You get 3 random golds, 3 gears, with a 15% rare, 35% uncommon, and 50% common, so it looks like no legendaries, 3 support cards, and 100,000 power credits. And the pack 1, which is less than half that price, $12, but you only get 1 random gold, but the same number of gears with the same distribution, same number of support cards, and 30,000 power credits instead of 100,000. What makes this pack interesting, it seems like it's a mix of common and less common and multiplayer golds, so each of them that are listed have just under a 1% chance each. So you can get Ares, which is a multiplayer reward, Bane, which is a crappy regular gold card, Hawkgirl, which is a challenge, Luchador Bane challenge, Prison, which is a rare drop in the gold pack, and Regime Superman, who's just a regular plain Jane gold. So interesting mix. I mean, $12 is not bad. It's getting close to price point that's almost worth it. The $25 pack, again, I feel a lot of reluctance spending that kind of money all at once, but you're actually getting a decent deal with 3 golds and the power credits. I think this is probably the closest I get to saying it's a pack that's worth it. Not bad for Christmas. Survivor, there's the 4th World Gear set rotating back, and it's there until 25th of December, until Christmas. Phantom Zone is also back for another 2 weeks, and Fight 62 is still broken. We've got a link in the description to a Reddit thread started by Devlin16 that goes over the complete breakthrough cycle. And that's it for the current events. Moving on to the current glitches. Remember that every working glitch is explained in a video as part of the playlist, linked in the description and also in the eye in the top right corner of this video. We are Android only, so we're only able to confirm these glitches for Android. Spoiler alert, nothing has changed this week. And we'll start like we usually do with the significant not working glitches. There is no current working glitch for credits that we're willing to endorse. We talked about this in a lot more detail in a previous season of our mostly weekly P&Q and C&A&T video, which is a glorified Q&A video, Season 6, Episode 9. It's just worth mentioning that the most important thing is the glitch that some people have been using require being logged simultaneously into one account with 2 devices, which is too risky for us because there's a big risk of having your account suspended for that. The glitch for getting repeated past multiplayer season rewards is not working. The glitch for getting multiplayer season rewards early is also not working, although some people are getting it accidentally. We just haven't found a way to exploit it or repeat it. And there is no glitch to get through Phantom Zone quickly. So now we get into the working glitches. And like I said, the playlist actually has the videos describing exactly how you should be doing these. So the glitch to let you play Phantom Zone repeatedly is still working. And hand in hand with that, the challenge reset method that requires Google Play Cloud Save is working, confirmed on the current Darkside challenge. They are pretty much the same glitch, so it's important that when you're planning on resetting one or the other, keep in mind that you're going to be resetting the progress for the other thing. So if you're resetting Phantom Zone, you're going to reset the challenge at the same time. You're setting the challenge, you're going to reset the Phantom Zone progress. Breakthrough glitch lets you play repeatedly, also still working. And there is a viewer who has a potential solution. We've cut and pasted their potential solution. Because we've never had problem with the breakthrough glitch, we can't tell whether it works or not, so use at your own risk. The airplane mode / refund glitch is still working. It's good for packs with random drops, also known as loot boxes, and for last laugh tickets. It does not work in the Phantom Zone for us when we're talking about the last crystal where you get the character, because that requires an internet connection. So even though it looks like it might be giving you something different, if you actually go back in your collection, it'll still be only the first thing that you had, because it still requires an internet connection to roll that last reward properly. Time shifting still works in Android for unlimited survivor play and energy recharges. Just remember, bring your countdown clock back to normal before you finish. The free energy without having to watch the video still works, and the glitch for getting up to 9 energy bars instead of just 3 also still works. Now, we've cut and pasted one iOS user's potential solution into the description if the free energy button is grayed out for iOS, but we can't confirm whether it works or not because we are, like mentioned before, Android only. So that brings us to the final sort of not working glitch, but not working glitch is the promotion glitch, the one that you used to be able to use to promote characters. The conditions have just never been there since update 2.14, so it's still not testable, but it also means it hasn't failed us yet. So we're going to remove it from the playlist once it's actually failed us for the first time when the conditions are there. And that's it for this week. In closing, thank you very much to our patrons on Patreon who have been supporting us. A big thank you to Consul Peasant and Edwin Felix, who are supporting us at the top tier Last Word. Sean Farrell, Daniel Simonson, Aaron Mull, and Michael DeVries, who are supporting us on the credited level. And Eddie G and Chris Wolf at the gratitude level. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Komoda.